Hey guys, Gary from Watchdojo here, counting down the top 10 fight scenes in film for you. Fight scenes can really make a film. The physical violence expressed between two characters really puts moviegoers into seats, and there have been many fantastic fight scenes in movies, some of which have been great, others fantastic. And audiences around the world can't get enough of the intense and computer graphics imagery. Number 10. We all remember that fight scene from The Matrix, but do you remember the fight scene from When Harry Met Sally? In this scene, Meg Ryan fights to have an orgasm despite looking at Billy Crystal's face. A classic fight scene that is great and most definitely a fight scene. Number 9. Star Wars has a lot of classic fight scenes, like Luke confronting Darth Vader. Or another example. But my favourite fight scenes have to be the ongoing tension between the series' two biggest characters, Captain Kirk and Dr. Spock. Spock is logical, while Kirk is emotional and impulsive, which leads to very humorous and entertaining episodes. Thanks, George Lucas, for this great fight scene. Number 10. Who can forget this classic fight scene from Family Guy, where Peter fights a turkey for just the right amount of time. This fight does not wear on at all. It is the perfect length. In fact, if it were shorter, I'd be f***ing disappointed. Number 7. Bond. James Bond. Our favourite 00 agent has been in a lot of fights in his time. But who can forget that fight from Superbad when Jonah Hill fights a car? It's just as intense, but also manages the impossible task of being funny too. It's a great fight. Number 6. We all remember that scene from The Matrix, but do you remember that scene from Spyro the Dragon when Crash jumps into the ring all like, "It's me, Crash Bandicoot, wahoo, let's go!" And Dr. Robotnik was all like, "It's me, Bowser, let's go, yeehaw!" And Mario's like, "Not on my turf, bitch!" And then throws him into a bomb or something. Number 5. When you hear this theme, you know what's about to go down. The underwater beast is a classic villain in film, but who can forget that scene in Artificial Intelligence when Haley Joel Osment fights Spinach? It's a great scene, just surpassing the other fight scene in the film, where Jude Law's appearance fights my eyeballs, causing me pain to my eyeballs. Number 4. I like spaghetti, and I like westerns, so it's no surprise that I like the classic fight scene from The Thing. This 1979 Craig Carpenter film was definitely a spook factory, but who can forget the classic scene where Beardy McGee fights the concept of science to test who is a human being and who is the thing. This scene is tense and also a fight scene. Number 3. In this segment, I will focus on animated films. And before you all try and guess what film I'm going to talk about,
it's frozen, cold, move, cold.
And who can forget that classic scene where Elsa fights the real estate industry by single-handedly building her house out of fucking ice in like 2 seconds. What a great fight scene. Women can really be strong and independent, and this is the film that definitely illustrates that. Number 2. We all remember that fight scene from The Matrix, but do you remember that fight scene from the classic film The Good, the Bad, the Ugly? Where the handsome man, the villainly handsome man, and the other one look at each other from a standing position, and they have guns, and they're in Mexico. And who can forget that hauntingly beautiful country song that plays during the fight? How many men must a road walk down before you can call it a tree? Number 10. That fight scene from The Matrix. Plane going overhead. F*** off, plane. Piss off, ghost. Oh, piss off, ghost.